Greetings, and welcome back to the MCOC Encyclopedia. Today we will be reviewing the latest contents to join the game, the Crucible, my thoughts about it, how much it cost me, and then after that I'll be showing the rewards. So let's jump in. As a very quick aside, my phone is lagging like all hell right now, so I'm not going to be able to show much Crucible footage in the background, but there isn't that much there that would be helpful. Anyway, on to the main stuff. So, the Crucible. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I thought it's a great piece of content, a good use of assets that are already in the game, and I liked the fact that it didn't feel repetitive. It's been a long time since I've seen Act 7, and bumping up the health pools and the attack values a bit to make it sort of more compatible with the current roster I thought was a very smart move on the harder difficulty. The fact that every single fight is radically different and you have to use somebody different for every single fight, again, I think really helps with making the content continue to feel fresh as you go through it. I feel like sometimes the paths in the story modes, you learn what's going on in the first fight, perfect it in the second fight, and then you just kind of do it for the remaining ones. But given that all of these were different, I thought that was a really, really good idea, and it opens up a lot of interesting avenues for doing this with other pieces of content in the future. We've had an Act 7 Crucible, but why not an Act 8 Crucible or an Act 6 Crucible, and so on. In terms of cost, it cost me about 12 revives, 12 to 15. I can't say I was being particularly careful in some of the fights. Some of them were very much down to myself just being bad or being stupid, and one or two were down to, say, my phone lagging quite a lot. It gets very hot at the moment, and I have to go put it in the fridge on occasion just to cool it back down again. However, I think the greatest strength of this content was in its planning requirement. Yes, you need a fairly wide roster, and I do really like that. I'll come back to that in a second. But this is a piece of content that requires you to use your brain, because you can't use the same champion twice. So if you think, there's a Vision Arcus, I really want to use my Doom, for example, you can't then use your Doom later on to, say, deal with, the Gwent Master or whatever. I think I used Doom for her. And that planning aspect was a part of it that I really enjoyed. Could you do it without planning? Absolutely. Would I recommend it? Only if you have the skills to back it up and quite a wide roster. I like the fact that this requires a wide roster. A lot of times I see rosters that are very, very tall. You have a couple of champions at your highest rank, a couple one rank below, and then just kind of everybody else, meaning you've sort of just used one team to sort of muscle your way through everything. It's usually Hercules at the top, but we'll gloss over that. The fact that you need to have a well-developed account to go through this, I think, is only to its strength. Or you need the skills to back it up. I used 5 stars for some of the fights here. I used a 5-star Namor, I used a 5-star Magneto, and so on. You can absolutely do it with some 5 stars on the team. So now, let's get on to the interesting part, the rewards. We have 2 of the 7-star Reunion crystals to open, as well as a Titan crystal, all from the 100% of these rewards. Big pulls from the Reunion one would be Venom Pull, Punisher 2099, and White Magneto, probably in that order. This is the sort of lag I'm having to deal with at the moment, but the crystal just about makes it. What are we going to stop on? And I would have much preferred it to roll over, but instead it lands on the Immortal Hulk. Taking a long time to open there, but it is 100% Immortal Hulk. Not my favourite champion, because I find him quite inconsistent, and you can't really use him in Battlegrounds, but he can be funny to just absolutely blast through another piece of content. Here we have the second crystal. So, same 3 are our big pulls. Not Misty, please, not Misty. And it rolls over the Punisher and stops on the Venom pull. I would have been okay with any of those 3, but that is my top pull from this crystal, and I am very, very happy with that. And now for the Titan. There are some absolutely banging pulls in here, and also some really bad ones. The Destroyer, Onslaught, and so on would be great. Not Luke Cage. Punk Dupe would be nice. Serpent, but it rolls over and stops where it should. I don't even have the 6-star Onslaught, so this is an absolutely excellent pull for me. And there was a 1 to 2 and a 2 to 3 generic gem, and I may have got a little carried away, given the rewards. So, there you have it, my thoughts and rewards from the latest Crucible event. Overall, really enjoyed it, thumbs up to Kabam. Coming soon, we will be continuing our run through of the new 7 stars and seeing how they all perform at their relative 7-star rank 2 level. After that, we'll have to wait and see. We're rapidly closing in on the 7.5k subs mark, so thank you to everyone, subscribed or not. I still appreciate you being here. Once we get to that mark, I will be doing a Q&A and a sort of channel update as well, and then we can prep for the future. If you have any questions, please do leave them down below, and consider joining the Discord server. A great place to get specific advice, make suggestions for future video topics, and while I'm awake, I do my best to be there as much as possible. Thank you, and I will see you next time.